The CEO was in the middle of an international conference, but he couldn't understand Arabic at all. In a moment of urgency, he glanced at the girl beside him who worked as a nanny. The girl said she knew a little bit. The CEO immediately handed her an earpiece, asking her to help record the meeting content. The CEO didn't know. When the girl had just graduated, she had helped the company close a billion-dollar project. Afterwards, every company she entered, she was able to help the company break into the Fortune 500. Her name was known to everyone in the business world, but strangely no one had ever seen her true appearance. And because of this, no one could find her. Even the CEO had wanted to poach her to be his assistant, but after a long search, he came up empty-handed. He never imagined the girl would come apply herself, but the HR manager mixed up her information, mistakenly thinking she was there to interview for the nanny position. Things having gotten to this point, the manager could only steel herself and continue the interview. But when the girl heard she was going to be a nanny, she instantly flew into a rage. However, upon hearing the $5 million annual salary, she agreed. Soon she was wearing a nanny uniform meeting the CEO. As a result, right off the bat, the CEO had her be his translator. Fortunately, the girl's Arabic was outstanding. She completely recorded the entire meeting process. When the CEO asked her about the meeting content, after hesitating, she still told the truth. It turned out the previous translation had problems. They said the 1 billion quote was 700 million, and also delayed the project progress. Obviously, there was a mole in the company. The CEO was so angry he immediately wanted to return to headquarters, preparing to catch this mole. When the girl heard the CEO was leaving, she secretly felt pleased, but the CEO had no intention of letting her go, directly telling the girl to go to the company with him. The girl thought the CEO was joking, but seeing the CEO's serious expression, she realized the CEO was being earnest. The girl couldn't help but sigh in her heart. Being a nanny these days really wasn't easy. After the girl left, the CEO started thinking back on this period of time. Ever since the girl came to his home, not only did she manage his daily life in an orderly manner, even his 3 meals each day completely suited his tastes, as if she had specifically investigated beforehand. He originally thought these were things a nanny should do, but now the girl was even so proficient in Arabic. This made the CEO have no choice but to suspect her true identity. He immediately called his secretary again, telling him to investigate all of the girl's information. At the same time, his business rival was also looking for the girl. Hearing she was working as a nanny, they were all stunned. Very quickly, the girl arrived at headquarters with the CEO. As a result, as soon as they entered, the CEO pulled her hand, insisting she was a mole sent by his nemesis. This left the girl completely baffled. She had clearly gotten this job after passing 3 rounds of interviews. He couldn't just casually wrong her because he was the boss. But the girl's words didn't dispel the CEO's doubts. He immediately called for the HR manager, telling the manager to take out the girl's interview materials. Now the manager panicked. If the CEO found out she had mixed up the nanny and assistant, then her job would be completely gone. But the CEO's powerful aura made her not dare to resist. The manager could only steel herself, and once again handed over the girl's information. Only then did the CEO discover this was the girl he had been searching for all along.